Hi, my name is Gail. Welcome to our channel. It's Southern Glance with Gail. And today we're going to make a cheese ball. I love this cheese ball. In fact, let me tell you the story behind it first of all. Whenever I was in high school, which is many years ago, then my mom said that one of us children, which there were 4 of us, one of us came home with a recipe for a cheese ball. And so she made it, and I think every single year since then, we have had this cheese ball for Christmas or for some other special occasion, the Super Bowl, the Easter, anytime you have a get-together and you're having snack foods, it's good for that. So anyway, that's what we're going to be doing today. So first thing is we're going to roast the pecans, and that way it kind of gives them a little bit more crunch. So I've already looked through all of these pecans because anytime you're dealing with pecans, you want to look through them to make sure that there's no added shells that didn't get picked out. So I have 2 that I wanted to show you, and then we're going to continue. This pecan right here just does not look quite so good, so we're just going to chunk that one. And this one has just a little bit of shell, I think, right there in the middle. And it might not be a shell. In fact, I don't think it is, so it's okay. So we'll add it to our pecans. So now we're going to prepare our pan, and I wanted to show you a little tip because I just think this is so cool. So this is parchment paper, and I just got this at Costco. But we're going to, because I've got quite a few pecans, I'm just going to have this about the length of my pan. But if you notice, it's too long on one side. So you can easily just kind of cut it like that. Another way that's really quickly to do is just roll it up. Slap it on one end to get it even. Put it on one side, and you're done. So now we're going to, it doesn't have to be straight. So we're going to put the pecans in there, and we're going to angle them out. I've got my oven going at 350 degrees, and you can roast the pecans, anywhere from 6 to 10 minutes depending on your oven. So I think I'm going to probably roast them about 7 minutes, and then we'll see what happens from there. The pecans have come out of the oven. This is what they look like. Well, of course, I chopped them up and everything. But one way that you can kind of tell that the pecans are ready to come out is because you start smelling them. And so they're good. So what I did was I roasted them whole, and then I let them sit for after about the 7 minutes, and they were starting to smell like pecans and everything. I took them out of the oven, I let them cool for just a little bit, and then I went ahead and chopped them kind of coarsely, like this. So now let's put it all together. And this literally takes about 10 minutes or less. And then you have a fantastic cheese ball. It makes a lot, and you will like it, I think. Okay, so first of all, we're going to put in cream cheese, 8 ounces of cream cheese. Now with this cream cheese, I did put it in the microwave, and I let it soften a little bit. And my microwave, all microwaves are a little bit different, but mine is that you can look at it and it has buttons there. You can kind of tell it to soften or melt or reheat or whatever you want to do. Then you just tell it, okay, we're going to soften cream cheese. You put in 8 ounces, and magically it just kind of does its own thing, and the cream cheese comes out softened. So that's how I like to soften the cream cheese. So we're going to go ahead and get this started. And what we're going to do is just kind of mix it just for about a minute, and then we'll add things to it. And it looks really good. So now we're going to add 1 small can of chopped black ripe olives. This is a 4.25 ounce can. We're just going to dump that in there. And these are chopped. Now if you get the sliced, all you have to do is just slice them up. I've done that, and it just makes the olives a little bit coarse, unless that you want to chop them up really fine, but it's okay. All right, we've got those in there. Now we're going to put in the small evaporated milk, and this is whatever brand that you want is fine. This is 5 fluid ounces. If you have the large can of evaporated milk, just measure out 2/3 of a cup and you should be fine. Okay, so we've got that in there, and we're going to put in 4 dashes of Tabasco sauce. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to put in about a teaspoon of paprika. We're going to put in a pinch of baking soda. So that's about a pinch. And we're going to go ahead and get all that incorporated before we add 2 more things. We're going to add our cheese and then our pecans. And we'll probably add pecans first and then the cheese later. It doesn't really matter. And with this recipe, it really doesn't matter when you order things or when you put things in, because it's all going to come together. You know, like with cookies, it really makes a difference that you measure the wet ingredients first and get those really good and together, mixed together, and then you add the dry ingredients, and you don't mix those very much at all. But with this, it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's get this together. I'm going to scrape down the sides so that the cream cheese is not on the sides and it's mixed in together all the way. Okay, that looks good. Now the other thing that you could add if you wanted to is garlic powder, or but my husband and I don't really care for the garlic powder in here, so I don't put it in. But if you wanted just a little bit of garlic powder, and that's fine. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and add the nuts. I'm going to get that mixed in. And now we're going to just add the cheese. And oh, and that was 2 cups of nuts, and those were pecans. And now it's sharp cheddar cheese. This is 16 ounces of sharp cheddar cheese. And actually, that's 1 pound of sharp cheddar cheese. That's it for this recipe. We're going to go ahead and mix it up. Okay, we're done mixing. Now all we have left is to put it in the containers. So it makes a big, huge batch. I've got 3 containers, because I know how much that this makes, because we make it all the time. Okay, I've kind of cleaned the area just a little bit, and so now we're just going to put this. See what it looks like? It looks really good. And I'm going to divide it out into these 3 containers. This is a little bit fancier, so if you want to kind of share it with other people, then you can put it in a nice container. Then you can have 2 just for yourself at home. All right, I've got it in the containers. Now let's make it look a little bit better. We're going to kind of mash it down just a little bit. And by saying mashing it down, I'm not mashing it down at all. I'm just kind of making the top look a little bit better. I don't want it to be really dense. I just want it to kind of look better on the top. Okay, we have it in the containers. All I'm going to do is kind of sprinkle paprika on top of it very lightly. And there you have it. You can put parsley around the edges if you want, that's fine. But that's it. That's all there is to this cheese ball. And then you just put it in the refrigerator, let it set for maybe 5 or 10 minutes before you eat it. You don't really have to even let it set because I've eaten it also. Oh, before I forget, for the pecans, if you don't want to roast those, it's up to you. I have made this so many times without roasting the pecans because I just want to get it done, and it still tastes really, really good. We have let the cheese ball rest in the refrigerator. The other 2 containers are still in the refrigerator so that we can have it later on, but we're going to dive into this one. So my honey, Gary, and I are going to eat some. And so I hope that you enjoy this. And we'll have just a little bit. When you have the cheese ball, just eat it with any type of crackers that you want. We found that these grooves, the Cheez-It grooves, the sharp white cheddar is one of our favorites. So you just choose whichever crackers that you like the best. We found also that the zesty is just a little bit too spicy for us for this, but you choose whatever crackers that you want and then just enjoy the cheese ball. Oh, and here's the crackers. That didn't work out. That is so good. I can guarantee you this will be gone today. Thanks for watching. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye. Really good. Okay, so if you like this video, please hit the subscribe button to subscribe, hit the like button that you like it, and ring the bell so that you can be notified whenever other videos come out. Thanks for watching, and I hope that you have a great day. Thank you.